Okay, so we back. We back in the mine. Got our diamond pickaxe swinging from side to side, side to side. We're yeah, we're recording. Looks like everything's on the screen. Okay. We're good. We're good to keep going. Okay, so we basically got everything done in the first sanctuary. Oh, he's still doing his letter though. I thought I got the letter. Maybe he'll give it to us when we go back up here. Wait, no, he is still writing. Oh yeah, I remember he said, "Oh, I'm writing for myself now." Yeah, okay. He is still just writing stuff. Okay, I thought he was still writing his letter for some reason. I thought like maybe it didn't save us getting the letter for some reason. The knight which makes with blackened knife. I mean, here's the thing. Kris could still be the knight. Not the roaring knight, but like the knight mentioned in this panel for all we know. Because Kris does make with blackened knife. You know. I think all the members of the roaring group chat do that, really. The knight which makes with blackened knife. Okay. Yeah, if you destroy one of these, it appears somewhere else. Shall duel with heroes strife by strife. Oh, I mean, like if Kris is the knight mentioned in this, then that's interesting. I am unfortunately expecting like all the members of the Fun Gang to be roped into the twist villain trope, but like not by choice, but because like I don't know, maybe Gaster forces them to. Maybe Kris forces them to. I don't know. It'd be a sad ending, but it's something that could happen. We should be able to get to the fountain from here. All we have to do is climb up this. Huh? Hey! The knight! Dang it! You aren't stopping us this time! Susie, wait! I need to turn down the volume. I'll do it after the epic moment, the epic action sequence. Okay. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I won't let you get hurt, Kris. I'm so good at the damn game. Oh no, wait. Ah. No. Ah, I let Kris get hurt. Ah. No, I want to go left. Right. That the direction that's not up. One of them two jerks. One of the two directions which is not up. Ah. That was rough. Susie, don't! What? And just let this loser get away? Hey! The hell you doing, you coward? Damn it. I let him get away. It's alright, Susie. We did our best. Yeah, but it's not good enough. Every time they're just one step ahead of us. If we keep letting them get away, then how are we gonna protect Toil, Undyne, anybody? Susie, I understand how you're feeling, but we have our own advantages too. The night only seems to show its face in the dark world. The night only seems to show its face in the dark world. And that's kind of interesting. That actually does add into Night Darkner theory. Because the night doesn't show its face in the light world. If we can just seal the fountain over to the right, then it'll all at least buy us a little more time. What if the night is not Des, but it's like sort of... What if it's like the Gerson statue? It's like modeled after Des, but it's not actually her dust that's like on the night. Maybe it is her dust. I don't know. Could be. Until we have to face our difficulties again. Yeah, you're right. Kris, let's go. Okay, I need to turn down the volume because it's like at 100%. I need to be able to hear myself over the game. Hang on. Yeah, we'll put it down to about 30. Seems good. Everything's recording good. Everything's go. All right. I mean, I could see Darkner Night theory being the case. The only thing is that like a grand door, it seems to be locked solid. I think if that's the case, then the knight would be the knife, right? Because then, like in that sense, the knight is making the dark fountains. Because it's like whoever in the light world is just using the black knife to make the dark worlds, and the black knife is the black knight, you know. Looks like this is the fountain. Yeah, guess this is it. Phew. Kris, Susie, I suppose I see you in the castle town. Yeah. Let's have another tea party or something. Sure, Susie. The dark fountain. Why aren't they stopping us from sealing it? Well, guess I'm not complaining. Kris, do your thing. They do draw attention to how the night is not stopping us from sealing it. Yeah. So it's like it's part of the plan that the fountains get sealed eventually. Guess the sun went down, huh? Damn, Kris, look under this door. That weird smoke, no way. You don't think there's another dark world? Damn it, that means the night is still... It's locked. Ugh, it's a stupid numbers lock again. Too hard to break either. Guess we can try looking for the combination. Come on. I mean, I was kind of wondering if, like, the Knight's goal is not actually to bring the roaring. Maybe it's to make the prophecy come true, or maybe it's to, maybe it's to just have some sense of escapism. Maybe it's to find Des. I mean, if Rudy Knight's the case, it's probably to find Des. Yeah, it's locked. Guess we could just break some windows. What? The parts between the stained glass and steel? Huh. Guess I'll trust you on that one. Does Kris not want us getting into this part of the church? Does Kris not want us getting to where the knight is? Huh. Because that felt like Kris was just lying to keep Susie out of there. Door's locked. What are these candles with people's names for, anyway? It is birthdays, right? That's right. Obviously. Okay, quit smiling, dumbass. What's the real answer? Quit smiling. Kris went in the bed. Kris wanted to make a little joke. Kris, you're emoting. I see your emotion is showing. Pray for Susie. Pray for Noel. Pray for Azrael. Pray for Susie. You clasped your hands tightly, took a deep breath, and said her name. Hey, don't pray for me, dumbass. I don't need it. Hope candles. Hey, shouldn't the old man be around here? We gotta get him out of here. Plus, he probably knows where a code is, right? So one thing that's kind of interesting about this thing is that, like, if you pray for, if like you pray for Azrael, I think it's like Kris says their name like emptily, or something like that. But then, like, if you pray for Susie, then like Kris takes a deep breath before doing it. So I'm wondering if there is some genuineness to like Kris like praying for Susie or whatever. It's a fire extinguisher. I guess they can use that to put out the candles. It's subtle, but like I think if like Kris just doesn't like believe in this stuff, or like just doesn't want to pray for anyone in general, it just say the same thing for each character, but it does say something different for each character. So it's a bowl of blessed water with a motion sensor to stop cats from drinking it. It's not clear what happens if you touch the sensor. It's a bookshelf full of hymnals. Huh? Inside one of the books is a letter. It was the letter Ah. Reading in the dark is bad for your eyes. That's my exact kind of humor. Hey, old man, you sleeping in here? Guess not. Hey, this is that priest guy's desk. The code to the door could be in here. Huh? Dude, there's a glass case in here. But it's weird. The outside is clean, but the inside is covered in dust. Huh? Dude, it's just the dusty... It's a corpse. Huh? Hell no! You don't mean... When monsters die, their dust is buried. Kris, why the hell does the pastor have that in his... The pasta. Huh? There's a hammer inside and a photo of the old man? Scooby-Doo all lightning. The old man. I don't really get it, but somehow the Doc willed it. For a moment, it must have, like, revived him. But I think he knew. I think he knew he was... Kris, he wanted me to write a letter. A letter to Alvin. I think that's this pasta guy. Give me a sec. Alright, got it. Let's go, Kris. Alvin, the old man was proud of you. The reason he didn't come to church a lot is because he wanted you to follow your dream. He's sorry he never said that right. So write your own stories. It's okay even if they're not perfect. Sincerely, a friend. Okay, yeah. It's a glass container. You looked inside. It's a small metal hammer and a photo of an old man, both covered in dust. Ooh. Both covered in dust. So one of them turned into the old man and the other turned into the statue. For some reason, I think it's the picture that turned into the statue and the hammer which turned into the old man. I think the only reason I say that is because, like, his boss name is the Hammer of Justice. Like, he is the Hammer. Kris, let's not look at it anymore. Juice and wafer-like crackers. Documents. Guess the lock number could be in here, but it'd take forever to search through. Let's look somewhere else. Books, many copies of Lord of the Hammer, and some unlabeled notebooks. It'd take a while to search through all this. Unlabeled notebooks. Oh, that reminds me of like Tolkien's unfinished works, right? Like Tolkien had a lot of unfinished works before he died, and they were sort of compiled into a collection at some point. It's a plaque bearing the words of a famous writer. Hope comes to those who believe, and to those that cannot. May our hope shine so brightly that they too may keep shelter from the dark. I like that. This appeals to me a lot. This quote appeals to me a lot. Seems to be some sort of incense container. Juice and wafer-like crackers. Wait, hang on. It's a large pitcher of water. Cups are stored below it. I'm wondering if, like, Miss Mizzle is, like, the main pitcher of water, and then, like, this thing out here is, like, the Mizzles, right? Yeah, there might be a difference between Miss Mizzle and the Mizzles in the Light World. There's an angel in that calendar. I can't get any information on the calendar. So let me look at this closely. It seems like there's 6 day weeks, but that might just be because there's not a lot of space in the thing. 3 days are crossed off. That doesn't make a lot of sense. And then there's a big circle right there. Like, this is Saturday, right? So it should be like... Unless if Saturday is like the middle of the week for them for some reason. You know what? That's fair. Saturday is like the middle of the week, then tomorrow's Sunday, and then like the day after that is that big circle right there. I don't know. I think I'm reading too much into that. I think it's just a simple calendar. It seems to lead to a small closet. Check inside. What the hell is that? Oh, I bet that's just Jack. Whoops. Maybe he's a Halloween decoration. His other creepy stuff too. He's big. Guess we might not be able to take him back tonight. Jack is in there. Guess we could get him tomorrow or something. Yeah. Well, didn't he say he didn't want to come to the city? I think he said he didn't want to come to the city because new friends make me cry. Or whatever. The wardrobe is full of choir robes. There's even one in your size. Damn, why don't we get to wear these? What? I would have to sing or something. Hey, why don't they just let me play the drums? It's a word for robes. It's a set of bells on different sizes. Look, I know you want to mess with these, but... Yeah, not now. I'm gonna mess with them again. Mess with them. It's a keyboard. It has settings to sound like either a piano or organ. You know, when you played piano earlier, it was... Okay, it was actually kind of cool. I mean that. I'm not saying you should join the choir or whatever, but if you were playing every week, I might actually want to go here. That kind of reminds me of something. Listen. So, in one of the places I used to live, there was this plaza. Plaza. I don't know, I like saying plaza in Susie's voice. There's this plaza. And they set this public piano in it. So I started playing it, thinking, you know, it might be fun. But I guess Maybe because I was so bad, or because I just looked like I shouldn't be playing it. They told me I wasn't allowed to play it. So I backed off, and then they let someone else play. Someone better. I don't know. I don't know why I expected I'd be able to play it. That's what I thought. And then, that night when no one else was around, I came back. And you know what I did? I smashed it. Yeah, I smashed the piano. I don't even really know if I broke it, but I hit it as hard as I could. Hard enough to do some damage. And I ran. A week ago, if I knew you did piano, I probably would have just hated that about you. But now, I kind of just want to hear you play. Damn, I got weird there for a second. Probably made you want to stop playing even more, huh? I'll never play it again. If you play, I'll play again someday. If you play too. Huh? yeah, sure. If you teach me or something, let's do it someday. Yeah, I can kind of relate to that because it's like I've never really been good at pianos, but I do like making 8-bit music, like on Beatbox. That's kind of where my skill is. Yeah, I like playing the drums. Can't really screw it up, you know. It's just hitting stuff. I mean, that's kind of how Beatbox is as well. It's just putting notes in. Putting notes in a fun pattern. It's like... She looks like she has an idea. Uh-oh. Listen to it. Kris, we haven't gotten any closer to opening this door. But I have an idea. I think he might know. The old man. He could know how to open. Oh, you know what? This is probably how Alvin is feeling. Like, I don't know what to do with my life now that my dad's gone. My dad would be able to tell me. So, let's open a dark world. Kris, you're thinking what I'm thinking, right? Let's make a dark world. So, how the hell do you do that again? Queen said concentrate and stab into the earth. Got anything sharp? Hey, Kris, you normally carry this around? Alright, well, let's give it a try. Concentrate on what I want. And... You know, Kris, you look weird when you stand it diagonally like that. I don't like that about you. You look scary. I actually did it. Hey, Kris, I made a dark fountain. Pretty cool, right? Maybe I'll let you do it next time. Let's go. Pretty sick, right? You should try making one sometime. It's cool. Glows with a backwards light. Backwards light. I get it. Photon reading's negative. Hey, is it me or does something seem off? I guess it's like Rousey said. Every dark world is different. Let's go. The lighting has changed. So, I'm assuming the reason that Kris and the Knight's Dark Worlds look so similar is because the Roaring Chess Club is kind of all on the same page of what needs to happen. Right? But Susie kind of doesn't, like, know as much as they do. And you know, there's so much to talk about in this segment of the game. Yeah. Oh, it didn't go. Oh, I somehow made it to the end of that before the beat drop. No, I'm not doing it that way. Okay, I have to do it that way. I made it to the end of the room before the beat drop. I didn't know you could do that. But low on hopes and dreams they send. They send. Oh, that's interesting. They send 3 heroes at world's end. Someone sends the heroes. Is that us? Is that us, the player? Are we sending the heroes to world's end? There's that prophecy again. The one with us. It's pretty hard to believe. Not just that things have been predicted, sure, but that I'm part of it too, I guess. Light and dark, both burning dire, a countdown to the Earth's expire. Oh, and the ones she has seen already are in order. Right. Ah! Oh, I love... Like, here's the thing. I know the reference that these guys are to. These guys are based on that one specific cherubim that was, like, outside the Garden of Eden, which was like a sword that turned every which way. And so turned every which way translate into spinning. They translate into these guys like to spin around and stuff. Hello, are you listening? Open your eyes. Oh. Ah. And another thing is that, like, a lot of these Dark World characters are, like, based on angels, but I'm glad none of them are called angel. Like, these guys I think are called familiars, and then, like, the Mizzles are called fairies. To spin is to trust. So there's, like, different kinds, right? If fountains freed, the roaring cries, and titans shape from darkened eyes. Of course, darkened eyes might even be... Oh, wait, are our eyes closed as we go through this? Like, in the light world, are our bodies just there and our eyes are closed? Probably, right? Yeah, and like, that's the thing, is like, you wake up from a dream by, like, opening your eyes very suddenly. Hey, Kris, look, it's Ralsei, when we first met him. The third hero, the prince, alone in deepest dark. Guess all 3 of us have our own prophecies, too. If Ralsei's the lonely prince, wonder what we are. Come on, there's gotta be another one ahead. And so now they're out of order, which is interesting. I am the philosopher. You sought to return the dream, but the lighting of the mind has changed. At best, you can only see another side. Oh yeah, this is like when you wake up in the middle of the night and then you go back to sleep immediately after, expecting the same dream, but you get something else. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Duh! Another thing about this world is that, like, it's sort of disordered, right? Like, so, like, the knight probably has, like, an order in his mind of how the prophecy is. But then, like, Susie doesn't know the order, and so, like, she makes, like, this sort of, like, discorded Dark World, and neither one's, like, perfect, because, like, although the knight has, like, an order in his mind, or in their mind, in sure mind, she's, he, one, they... 7. It's probably like the wrong order, right? It's probably like the knight's probably like mistaken on the order of these like segments of the thing, and then Susie just doesn't even have any idea of how the order is. So it's kind of like this one lacks order, and like this one lacks order, and the other one lacks hope. But the two of them together brings both, right? You opened the chest. Inside was revivement. Revivement was added to your items. We know everything. We understand everything. Ah! Organic accosts you. Harmonize. We tried to harmonize. Touch the green. Why are we fighting? The truth sung in glass. Amen, amen. Organic toots philosophically. Try to harmonize. The truth sung in glass. How could we ever make peace? I like the vibe of these guys. Okay, Kris is gonna die soon. The answer was love. Oh, I like that. I love it. That's like the core of the message, right? It's like love. He said it in all capitals, though, which does get me a little bit concerned. Because there is another route in which you do like a perversion of love and freeze everyone in ice. What are you doing? I'm trying to protect these statues of my ancestors. A shame I could not meet them. They must have been brilliant. Unlike the rest of the brutes and barbarians around here. If only these brutes had more I don't know how to pronounce I do not know how to pronounce that word. That is so many frickin' I's and L's. Filial piety. Chest is empty. The statues stand in reverence. We know nothing. We understand nothing. Run from nothing? Ah, yes, Tenna. The Lord of Screens cleaved red by blade. Okay. We're not done. Not quite done. I love the piano puzzles in this game. I kind of wish I had like the technical skill to make a puzzle like this in my game. Maybe I will one day. It's a pile of particularly sturdy books. I mean, I am planning on making more projects after Nick and Lazuli. I'm planning to. I don't know if I'm going to live that long. Whose dream is this? Chris's dream? Susie's dream? Whose dream is this? Knight's dream? My dream? Now that's interesting. That's interesting because, you know, from our perspective, from the player, you know, this is, I think, is what was getting in our way of our theories a lot, is that, like, we see the light world and the dark world as on the same level of reality. Hey, this has gotta be you! Weird illustration, though. Plus, why is it calling you a cage? Shouldn't you be something more like the cool then for the picture? Then they can like use my drawing where you're saying Susie rules. The first hero, the cage with human soul and parts. Yeah, this is what's getting me to think that like this isn't even about Kris. This is like maybe we're gonna have like a cage at some point, and then like we're gonna be the soul, and we're gonna be in the cage, and we're gonna have the severed hand, and we're gonna like move around in like the wagon with the severed hand being caught in like the cage, and then there's like a little computer where we could give text to speech commands. It's such a goofy idea, but I think it's very possible. I think it's very possible. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? It's like, you know, the other two prophecies are like the girl and the prince. It's never like comparing them to like an object for whatever reason, but like this one is just the cage. So I'm wondering if the first hero is just like the cage in the wagon. That would be interesting to me. But back to what these guys were saying about the dream, right? Whose dream is this? You left it there. Okay. Yeah, because it's like... I mean, I guess it's technically Toby Fox's dream. Like, his dream was to make this game. And that's interesting. When you have a story like this, you do need to sort of... at least a little bit allude to, like, the game. I heard there's something inside the acorn, but I don't know where to find an acorn, or even what an acorn is in the first place. We must find a way. We must find a way to use alchemy to make this acorn. Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, we're walking on the books of the bookshelves now. That's interesting. Yeah, but I do like sort of just the remix feeling of the Stark world in general. It's just like a... it's just like there is no order to the Stark world, right? There's no order to everything we're seeing. You open the chest, inside was Rhapsody. Rhapsody was added to your items. The balance of order and freedom, I guess. It's kind of what it's getting at. Ah! Organica costs you. Oh, we have plenty of Rhapsodies. Why don't I just, like... yeah, okay. Why don't I use a Rhapsody? We got plenty. Ah! I heard it! It's mildly effective. It was glowing! The voice was glowing! Okay, organic toots philosophically. Try to harmonize, touch the green. The tale which must be followed. Okay. Organic claps with one hand. Okay, that's a good one. The answer was love. Yeah. I love that that's what they say after you recruit them. Because they know now. They understand the mysteries they've been inquiring. Organic extols the virtues of mercy. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's what appealed to me about the original Undertale. It was like... yeah, okay. He just says the same thing. It was like the themes of mercy and stuff. It was really satisfying to me. The grill. You think that means me? Like, my prophecy's next? I wonder what it says. Come on. And last was the girl, at last was the girl. Now, if the picture is just kind of put in here by, like, the knight or whatever... or maybe it's like Susie is starting... Susie has, like, her own ideas on where she fits in the prophecy. And she kind of, like, puts them in, right? Maybe. Maybe. I do think that there are parts of the Night Stark world in this. Because it's like, Susie was trying to return what she saw, right? What she saw was, like, the Knight's, oh, when you pass to the other side, a great donation will show your remembrance. You are one of the donators. Between you and another, you received 1,003 gold. How absurd. You may as well give money to a spider. Take what is in the treasure box as if it is yours. Okay. Inside was Gold Widow. Oh yeah, this is a Muffet reference, isn't it? Okay. Don't want to put it on. I think I just want to look at it. Gold Widow. Spider made of gold. It gathers coins into it. Reducing dollars gained. Wow. Okay. It makes my attack go down. It makes my magic go up. But it's still red for some reason. It does bring up my defense quite substantially, though. I'm not wearing the Gold Widow. I want money. Okay. Because Susie was trying to return what she saw, right? So what she saw, and she probably saw some tapestries that were like outside of our view as the player. The lighting has changed, but the power that fills you has not. Ooh, yeah. The interpretation changed, but the power inside has not. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, there we go. The second hero, the girl with hope crossed on her heart. Kris! Kris! Hey, look! It's me! The girl with hope crossed on her heart. Man, that's badass, isn't it? You think there's anything else about us? Don't just stand there. Let's keep looking. With hope crossed on her heart. Now, this is holding a sword, and so a lot of people, when they see this at first, they're like, "Hey, that's Noelle." But one thing I just realized is that there's no antlers. You can't see her antlers, right? But it does. Like, I could see how this silhouette could remind people of Noelle. And maybe the knight does think it is Noelle. Maybe the knight thinks the second hero is supposed to be Noelle. But here's the thing. Now this is an interesting thing. Alright? We all thought Noelle was going to be like a Christ figure in this story. Myself included back in the Chapter 2 days. But one thing I realized is that, like, Noelle can't say no. And the thing about a Christ figure is that they need to have the guts to say no. Because, you know, like the story of the temptation in the wilderness, right? The whole point of that story was that Jesus was able to say no when someone was telling him to do something bad. And Noelle can't do that, but Susie can, right? And that's interesting to me. I definitely think with, like, Susie's, like, gruff exterior, and, like, you know, Noelle's kindness is also, like, a trait of a Christ figure that Noelle seems to share more of than Susie, but I am the philosopher. Haven't you heard of hyperlink blocked? Yes. I feel like I haven't heard of it, but I don't know why. Okay. And that was a thought I was having recently, cause like before I was sort of on this idea of like, gotta be honest, Kris, I never really gotten picked for anything before. I sort of had this idea of like Susie twist villain theory, where Gaster was gonna force Susie to be the twist villain, cause he had like no one ever wanted to be my partner in class. Even gotten chosen last in gym. Because like Gaster doesn't see any heroism in Susie. I mean, like, that's the thing, right? Nothing good ever came out of Nazareth, you know? Like that sort of idea. But this is like something else, you know? Something important. And you know, like the whole theme of like, you know, control and stuff. It's like, Kris, before, I didn't think I could be a hero. I wasn't good enough. I mean, I was bad. I still kind of am bad, in some ways, I guess. And then like that's the thing, is that I think Gaster does actually have control powers if he is the being controlling Spampton to do the secret boss. But now I got hope crossed on my heart. Hope written in truth, written somewhere no one can erase. Yeah, but that's the thing, is that you're my hero, Susie. I choose you and everyone else. Okay. Okay. What do you call a man with one eye? Does Gaster have one eye? 'Cause like he's got like the sort of like sappy eye that like he has. I do know there is like some motifs of like the one-eyed devil I think that's like in Islam, is that they really emphasize the idea of the Antichrist having like one eye. And the night has one eye as well. Why does the angel make its cry? Who will call the girl who snows? Who will call the girl who snows? So it's like it could be. I mean, that I guess that kind of adds to like Death Knight theory though, because like who will call the girl who snows? If Des is the knight, then she's a girl who snows. Oh, but then Carol could be a knight. Carol could be a girl who snows, right? It's like it feels like these things will come true in either route. It's just depending on who does it. I don't know. Ha ha ha! I don't know. Then why does the angel make its cry? I feel like that's so vague that like it could really be anything by this point, I think. It's hard to read. Hard to read. Sacred moss. Eat it. The moss was consumed with gusto. Okay, so I gotta find the one stained glass panel that's got like a goofy little egg above it. Like the thing has to be flipped. Yeah. So my point earlier is that Noelle could have been a big red herring. But also, I like the idea of them both being heroes by the end of the story. Like, I want everyone to be a hero in the story. I think that's what the game's building up to. Because, like, we had the Thrash Machine in Chapter 2, which was like everyone came together to help in the final battle. It would make perfect sense if the same thing were to happen towards, like, the end of Chapter 7. Like a similar thing. I want to see the Light Titan. I want to see the big Titan of Light to fight the Titans of Dark and purify all darkness so that we can live in a new world. A new balanced world where lightness and darkness can live in harmony. Okay. There's a peculiar book here. Read it? Yes, okay. And so wept the fallen star, making rivers with its tears. The fallen star. So, stars are symbols for the angels, right? So the fallen star would be a fallen angel, making rivers with its tears. Then slowly, from the bitter water, something grew. It looked like glass. And these would be like the prophecy panels we've seen, but these would be like the interpretation of the prophecy, right? This would be the fallen star's interpretation. And that's why I say it's probably Gaster's interpretation. Unless the fallen star is Death's, which it could be. I'm sure Gaster has some role to play in this. I'm sure. Well, here's the thing. What we all thought of as Gaster in Undertale could just be Death's here, right? Like the same concept, right? Someone who falls into darkness and gets shattered across time and space. It's possible there's no actual Gaster in this story. The ethereal voice at the beginning is Des. And it's like, I don't know. Roots. I heard something in between, something in between. It was mixed up. It was mixed up. Yeah, that's sort of the theme of this part of the Dark World. It was mixed up. Lost forest followed children tale. Wood where grow pointed the. Lost where the forest would grow, the children followed the pointed tail. The tale of hell. The poor children! Yeah, I mean, this is why people think that, like, Des followed Device Friend into the Dark World. Kind of like Alice did with the White Rabbit, you know? Ended up in Wonderland. Ah, here we go. a groom.
Kris, there you are. The patients are waiting for you. Yes, I know I'm quite small for a secretary, but knockoffs don't have the right to complain.
Knockoffs don't have the right to complain. This guy might be the 7th flying ace. And he's like in the church dark world. I mean, that could be the case. Now, here's the thing. I don't... a lot of people compare this to, like, trauma therapy. And I guess it's like, I don't really understand the concept of trauma therapy too much. Like, I'm not really studying in that field. So I won't be able to pick up on any of this, I don't think. You maybe pick up on my own ideas. Oh, I'm sorry. I was so into drawing, I didn't notice you. Are you here for art club? Right. This is where we draw pictures. And don't kill each other. Don't kill each other. What am I drawing? Oh, don't look. I'm not finished yet. How did I get here? I can't say I remember. I was in such a rush, I didn't look where I was going at all. Okay. He is behind the tree. Well, there's a man here. Well, he seems to be pointing at something and nodding. Okay, so he wants me to go here and use the easel wherever it is. Well, there's a canvas here. Will you draw? Yes. Kris picked up a pencil. It's interesting that it shifted from you to Kris. They began by sketching what they had seen behind the tree. But as they sketched, the line began to err, as if the pencil has lost its way. Oh, as if Kris forgot what was behind there. As if it was like an imperfect recreation of what Kris heard. Like the Dark World prophecy is an imperfect recreation of the Light World prophecy, which has some missing pieces, maybe? I don't know. So they started again, drawing over the lines they had already made. Many times, they would suddenly halt, or the pencil drifted into a new drawing. This, to me, represents resets. Oh, the game resetting and doing it over and over and over again. Oh. To try and find the perfect route, right? Maybe Kris has done this before we did. Maybe, like, this is a thought I have considered, is that Kris has actually done this whole adventure before. But they keep doing it and redoing it to try and get the most optimal ending, right? So they started over again. Through many repetitions, their movements became faster and smoother. Yeah, that really feels like replaying a game over and over again, becoming faster and smoother. Until, without looking, they had completed a sketch in a single wild line. In the end, as a result of layering the sketches on top of each other, the surface of the canvas was nothing more than a monochrome smear. It was black. It was dark. The roaring. Next, a tree was painted over it. So after the roaring, we get to make a new world. Painted over everything. Leaving nothing but a simple, still life. Does the Forgotten Man represent Des? Like, it probably isn't Des, but does it represent Des? Someone who went missing, we don't know why, and we're trying to remember her, but we just can't quite do so. Maybe. Leaving nothing but a simple, still life. After all, there wasn't anything to look at in the room besides a single tree. He woke up from the dream. Kris got up. It seemed the painting was complete. But their hand, smudged with graphite, was still moving, as if to trace some unseen shape. An egg was picked up from a nearby easel. Okay. Where is it? It's a sink. You ran water over your hands and dried them. Between your fingers, a faint gray crease glittered stubbornly. You could never wash it all away. Now, I am wondering if Kris killed someone. This whole sequence right here is big evidence for Kris being the discarder of the vessel. Because it's like the vessel's blood is still on your hands. And you can't wash it off. It's like Pontius Pilate, right? Washing his hands after he sent his Jesus to death. Where am I? Well, there's not a man here. Okay. But another theory it could represent is that Kris just is a monochrome copy. Kris might even be the vessel from the beginning that was discarded. You know? And is just unable to remove that from themselves.
Well, how did the session go? They say art is therapeutic. Which one of you was the patient, anyway? Well, you got paid, didn't you?
Okay. What if I call in here? Okay. But you know, the garbage noise, if that's just how Gaster speaks, like, Gaster's part of the Roaring group chat. Shadow Crystal. Collected 4. Egg. Yeah, it's like, it's glass, but it moves like water. Oh, because it's like tears that turned into glass, right? Yeah. We still have the sheet music. We use the sheet music, but we still have it. Okay. Use the egg. Dark hero carries out fate with the blade. The dark fate. Okay. Let's go catch up with Susie. She was waiting here for me. Love finds its way to the girl. Hey! What does that mean? That Kris, I've got to find the next one. You can stay here. Love finds its way to the girl. This could mean a lot of things. This could mean the love of friendship, and this could mean the love of romance. It could mean that the heart finds its way to the girl. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It is in the weird route, because it's by force. But I'm wondering if it could find its way to the girl in the normal route, if it's through, like, trust, you know? Like, the girl ends up trusting the soul. And, you know, maybe the reason it's not in some of the other panels is because that's a thing that only happens in Chapter 7. Right? Like, the roaring happens in Chapter 6 and it destroys the world. Then Chapter 7 is our new story. The girl. The girl. Ah, witch! It's a witcher bell. Tuning. Press button with the right timing.
Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble!
Oh, you're like a Harry Potter witch. It's classical music. somewhat in tune. I'll be school text me.
I am humbled.
Ow. Alright, you won. We're walking on top of the bells, which is just surreal. The Gallery of Ancient Faces. Welcome to Club Apathia. This is an archaeological exhibit. Oh, you know what? Neither the Knight nor Susie have the prophecy because then there are darkners that are stone. And in order for, like, the completeness of it to come to pass, they all need to be not stone. Oh, yeah. Today's history, tomorrow's archaeology. I'm putting together some thoughts in a weird way in my mind. And I don't know how well they're fitting together. Familiar looking statue. A beautiful specimen. Although only the hard carapace remains. If only we could see its delicate pieces. It may have had beautiful feathers, or even a fleshy posterior. Oh, yeah, this is like when you analyze dinosaurs, right? It's like you find like fossils of dinosaurs and you're not entirely sure what you're looking at. You're just piecing together what you know from the information you have. I'm waiting to turn to stone. Hurry up, will you? Okay. It's a statue stand. It has your name on it. Uh-oh. Yes, you will be a fossil too, won't you? Oh, it's a trap. It's a cacophony. A cacophony! I like it. Good puns, good puns. Oh, I can't harmonize. I want to harmonize, but I don't have... Press button with the right timing. I like how if you get them in tune, it will add some mercy to the organics. What is Deltarune? Organic divinates through echolocation. Okay. Perfectly in tune. What am I? Am I a man? Am I a man? Do the Darkners consider themselves men? I mean, you generally think of man as like inhuman, right? What am I? Am I a butterfly? Oh, never mind. He thinks he's a butterfly. Ow. You know, yeah, let's do some Rhapsody. The tale which must not be followed. Yeah, that's obviously the tale of hell. Okay, organic toots philosophically. The answer was love. Okay. A huge fossil falling down, breaking, smashing... What? A huge fossil falling down, breaking, smashing everything. A statue of a titan? Haha, I myself will be crushed as well. Oh, hell no. These ancient once-celled organisms seem to have lived a simple life. Look at how they band together. Lessons could be learned, Familiar looking statue. Familiar looking statue. Oh, I have to go around to get that chest. Okay. I think you got everything up here. Original looking statue. He looks so original. It's a stone cooler, not particularly useful. Look how realistic the rendering of the water is by the stone. To our progenitors, this must have been the peak of beauty. How rustic our ancestors were, no headdresses in sight. They must have concerned themselves only with their work. We should be like them. We should eat only nuts and seeds. I wonder if they're like this, because he said headdresses. I almost wonder if they're like the same creature. And they just wear musical instruments as headdresses. Ah, overachiever. Familiar looking statue. Familiar looking statue. Familiar looking statue. The stone tablets carved in man's beard, a font of knowledge. Oh. Spellings were different back then, and better. Oh yeah, the English language used to be so different. They used to use a lot of E's and stuff. The stone tablets carved in man's beard. An awful beast, a relief this creature was before our time. From the body shape, it seems to have eaten meat and fire. Another looking statue. Yeah, because the Guis just look scary. 500 dark dollars. Let's go look back at the gallery. Let's go look back at the gallery. Let's go look back at the gallery. Gallery. I don't think that's referring to this room. It might be. Like, this is definitely a gallery of fossils, but like... It literally just says gallery, and that's concerning to me. It's got an X in front of that guy's face. Is that guy dead? There are paintings here. Queen's Mansion with the paintings in the mansion? I mean, that was a gallery. Gallery could be referring to literally anything. There is a music track called Gallery. I know that. I think it's like when you meet the Chaos King. Kris, hey! Didn't I tell you to wait for a sec? If there's something about me here, then I... Huh? The last prophecy, the story's end. The last prophecy? Is this what happens at the end? To save the worlds, there is only one way. Huh? It's telling us how to save the world! Hey, Kris! This'll make everything easy, right? Hey! I was reading that! Old man? Wait! It's a long way back up. The floor! Is something down there? I guess that answers that. I think Kris, like, attacks these things on their own. Kris, over here! Oh, I love it. I love the teamwork. Yeah, this scene was definitely trailer material. Ah! Get off of me! Why aren't my attacks working? Thanks. I owe you one. And it felt bad having to stab these things in the face, even though they're probably demons. Gotcha! Be more careful, dumbass. Come on, I see the top. Now, Kris is running on them zone, so I didn't have to press left then. Damn, that was close. Hey! Hey, Kris! I think I see it. Come on! The damn awaiting command face. Kris, just go. Hey! I was right! It's the old man's study! He must have been leading us here, right? Now all we gotta do is get a hold of him. The fire has run empty. In its place, a stale glow, which offers no warmth. Oh, yeah. It's an unwanted table of item. Take some. Hey! That's the old man's dumbass. You gotta leave some money or something. Rhapsody, take it for 99. Okay, so the Rhapsody is in the silver jug. That makes sense. Silver's like Noelle's color, right? Dude, that's 100. It costs 99. We gotta, make change. Nah, screw it. I'm not doing that. You pay an extra $1 for the Rhapsody. Rhapsody was added to your items. Okay. Fire's run empty, and its place a stale glow which offers no warmth. Hey, Kris, you think he'd want to come to our castle town? Oh, and here's the thing. We need all 3 doors up here. We need all 3 parts of this story, right? But each of these Dark Worlds only has 2. Ah, yeah. I mean, obviously he would, right? Might mean taking the hammer, but I'm sure he'd be cool with it, though, right? I also, like, throughout this Dark World, I like how, like, it was the rooms we've been through already, but it's reorganized, right? So it's like the pieces of the story, but, like, in a different order, right? That's what it is. Damn, it's dark in here. Hey! Hey, old man, the hell you going? Come on, Kris, after him. Uh-oh. I was right there. It was where he was. Hey, slow the hell down, old man. We're trying to talk to you. Damn. Can't see anything in here. Hey, Kris, wait a sec. Do you hear that noise? I hear it. Sounds like it's coming from... Right. Yeah, totally sounds like... Bell. Yeah, this way. Another noise. Sound like it was coming from... I love this little tutorial. Yeah, it totally sounds like... Violin.
Hey, heard something again. Damn it! Kris, I slipped and fell down somewhere. Stay there, okay? I'm gonna look for a way back.
Do it, Kris. Left in complete darkness. Seems there's nothing left to do but close your eyes and think about how Susie is doing right now.
Damn. How am I gonna find a way back? Maybe if I just try and listen what's around me.
Uh-oh.
Old man? Old man! That's you, right? Old man! Hey, we've been looking for you. There's like this door code, and I thought you might know that. Hey, old man, are you okay? I'm young. Old man, what are you doing? Why are you attacking me? You aren't trying to teach me something, are you?
This is the first time a soul color appears in like proper story mode. Like, this isn't a secret, this is a mandatory segment.
Hey, what's the big idea? It's me, Susie. I'm your friend, right?
I'm assuming the person who made the church Dark Fountain understood the old man better than Susie does, because like maybe they were like maybe it was Alvin who made this fountain, because like you would know him very well because it's his dad.
I wrote you a letter for you. Don't you recognize me? Hey, say something. Say something already. Come on, say something already. I'm telling you, I don't want to hurt you, so just. Yeah. Kris, hey. Kris, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the old man. We have to figure out how to get through to him.
Talk. You talked, but nothing happened.
Kris, why doesn't he recognize me? We have to stop him before anyone gets hurt.
There crackles with sound. I'm pretty sure he's called the Sound of Justice in the game files. You talked, but nothing happened.
I knew I screwed up. I screwed up making this dark world. Trying to see him again, even though he's already.
There crackles with sound. You talked, but nothing happened.
Old man, listen. I screwed up, I know, but we can bring you to our castle town. If we bring you there, you'll be all better.
Ah! There crackles of sound. Okay. You talked, but nothing happened.
So, we don't have to hurt you. And you don't have to hurt us.
You know, it's because of this that, like, the secret boss feels mandatory, you know? Like, it is the easiest to find in your first playthrough.
If Ralsei shows up, he can use Pacify, right, Kris? All we have to do is wait for the old man to get tired. Screw it. Old man, if it's really you, I know. I know something you gotta recognize. See this? You didn't forget my green sparkles, did you? I'm young. What the hell? What happened to his... Ralsei, what the shoot, man? Susie, that wasn't the old man. Huh? One of the statues in his shape from his study must have begun moving when you made this dark world. A statue? Then the old man? He's not in this world, sadly.
Wait. So if he was the thing chasing us in the darkness, and he was a statue, right? A frozen statue that lost its purpose. Could darkness go in and out of their purpose and, like, change to stone and then back to not and then change to stone and back to not? Do they just turn into stone when you close a dark world? That's interesting.
Darkness patterned after the memory of a loved one tend to only appear in very specific darknesses. Even if we tried to bring him back to Castletown, he'd... Then why didn't you say something earlier? Huh? First the roaring thing, then you not being real, and now this? What's wrong with you? If you know something, why don't you just... tell us? I'm sorry. I know so many things. I know so many things. I don't know when to say them.
I think I might have screamed then. I'm sorry, guys. I talked too loud.
I don't want to say them to worry you two. So I end up not saying anything. What do you mean you know so many things? About the rules of this world, about the prophecy, about what the prophecy says will happen. I didn't ask to know, but I do. I'm sorry if it creeps you out. I'm sorry if I don't tell you everything. It's just sometimes knowing things, it hurts. And if anyone's going to hurt, let it just be me, okay? I'm sorry. Ralsei, is that why you've been acting so weird today? Why do you keep... I've just been trying to stay ahead of you two, so you don't have to see it, so you won't, because it would... See what? The ending of the prophecy. What, that last prophecy thing? Susie, you didn't... No, I mean, we almost did, but please, please let me go ahead from now on, please. I'll do every area. I'll do all the work. The next time, too, you two could just hang out and have fun. I could do all the puzzles. I could... Hey, look, it's okay, man. The last prophecy thing, I don't need to see it. So if it helps, whenever you gotta, you can go ahead alone. But everything else, we're doing it together. As a team. And nothing's gonna change that. Nothing. Whether you like it or not, toothpaste boy. Susie. Huh? First noogie to make someone cry. Sorry. I'm glad you're friends with me. I'll be more honest, Susie. I promise. Even if it means sounding weird. Ralsei, you couldn't get any weird if you tried. You too, Susie. Thanks. Well, let's get out of here, Kris. Susie, there's a few things I still can't say, but from now on, I want to. I want to tell you everything I can.
So, know any codes to any doors?
No. I do not.
Yeah, so that means it's not every little bit of information is mentioned in the prophecy then. It's like,
I'm the most important, Kaka! No matter what, I'm still here. Do you want to know what I know, Kaka?
not now, dude. Then, anything about Noelle?
I know what items of ours she can equip.
He knows other stuff that he doesn't want to say.
Then again, you're supposed to equip ribbons.
Okay, you actually know Jack. Great. Well, Susie is capable of doing it. She's just unwilling to. And that's an important distinction.
I suppose this leads back to the start.
Do you three want to know the code to the door? Yeah. It's 2202.
Ha ha! It's written on me, since I'm the most important. Thanks.
We'll go seal the fountain.
Okay.
Well, isn't that just the easiest fucking ending we can think of?
Like the service has never gone on without me, Kaka. I must be the most important of all, Kaka.
Okay, but you know what? That actually is fair because, like, a lot of people will just keep, like, the code to a door, like, in the general area. I see these winged snake things. They're kind of interesting looking, I guess.
Well, this is it.
See you in a sec. Back again. Huh. It really worked. Now. Here we go. Back into the fire. Back into the flame. The great door's open now. It's the same as before. The first time.
I suppose the original Dark World was formed partially of the fountain inside there, too. The Knight's two fountains, so It makes sense. It would be a similar world as before.
Just similar. Huh. Kris, the knight is waiting in there. There's no time to think about anything else. Let's go. There's no time to think about anything else. Something else just appears.
Oh, wait.
What?
Can we pose?
Fine, dumbass. A green flame, it grows with knowledge. Like, I want to see what's over here first. I want to see how the world has changed. Oh, there's that big-ass, brick-ass wall that we gotta climb. That's probably why the flame is here, because they don't want you to climb down the big-ass frick wall. You can't even do it. It won't even let you. It won't even let you climb down the wall, because Toby knows it's bullshit. Toby knows that would be bullshit, so... Good old man study. Oh, and of course you can't do the secret boss anymore, so you missed your window.
What? You emerged from the green flame? Well, you may as well head back through. This study has fallen to not more than a lonely shack. Warriors, gather your courage and return through the green flame.
So this guy knows we're the heroes by now. Oh no, the statue's still here. Saw the statue down there. I wanna go around and see how things have changed. This may take a while. This may take it. Yeah, okay. I read that guy in the last episode. I need to go back to all the places with the statues in them. Oh, she awakened. How unfortunate. Seems fun. I mean, unfortunate. I don't really mind a song. It's a bit pleasant, actually.
Tremble, crumble, I have awakened. Noble person, you shall be the first victim of my song. Ring, bell of disaster, ring! Ha ha! Any moment now you shall crumble.
Where was the, I don't really want to go back this direction. I don't think there was anything back here for me. Yeah, it was just the, yeah, this is just, the Miss Mizzle mini-boss. Yeah, I need to go find the gallery, right? But of course now we're sort of like in a dark world that has all the pieces together. Well, we think it has all the pieces together. All the pieces together in the right order. But does it? You can't go in, too crowded. There's a line just to get out. Meanwhile, I'm in the line to get in. Between us, it is a deadlock. Oh, standing still in a line, it's so exhilarating. Even if I'm in a line by myself. Here, let's get in line. Hang on. We're gonna get in line to get in. Hang on. We can't single file. There's not enough space. Okay. I was gonna make a funny, but I didn't get to. Okay, and then the other thing... Oh! Relax. Your TP was recovered, but because you're out of battle, it doesn't matter. Relax. We don't get to see those guys in the hub world very often. Well, we get to see them as like the sort of swingly, dangly guys. Yes, Zwingli, that goofball. Okay. I don't think there'll be anything different up at the top of this tower. I mean, I could... it would take way too long to check. I could see if there's maybe some, like, witches in the bell room. I mean, that's probably... what would... Yeah, okay, you just say the same thing as before. Ah, missiles. Yeah. You guys can probably skip ahead a little bit. This is going to be a bit of like a backtracky segment. Okay. No. Nothing in the bell room. I'm not going through the gauntlet of missiles again just to get like one flavor text. The flavor text that like you can find in this segment of the game is just like some goofy stuff that's like I don't think it bears much in regards to the overarching narrative. It's just like it's just some goofy side shenanigans that you can see if like you go back to them and do them. I do want to go in here because
Kinda weird that you throw dollars in a fountain.
yeah, you said that before. We are not accepting further donations at this time. Take our money, steal from us, beat us down. Wait, no, that's the no. Wait, we are not accepting money. That I don't know if I want to. T-set's still here. I mean, the old man had enough time to set up a whole tea table outside that segment.
I wonder which book Kris would like.
Ooh, Rousey reads to you.
Kris, you want me to read this book to you? Gladly. Just give me a sec. Ahem. This book seems to, only have pictures. And, swears.
The hell are you guys doing with my book?
There sure are books here.
Now this is gonna tie the room together. You still haven't taken the ladder. He's still... Okay. Oh wait, yeah, let's go this way, because... tell a joke. What's worse than Rousey in a trash can? They laughed before the punchline. Hey, want a donut? I mean, a Hertz one?
Why shouldn't you fight with a broken pencil? Knock knock. Well, once upon a time, there was a lonely kingdom, and in it there lived a prince, who had scarcely known anyone else until one day... Okay.
Where do we want to go? Not here. I want to find that one room. Oh, it was back down here. Hang on, I remember it was. It was back down here. I went too far. Yeah, I want to find the one room with the, I want to find the one room with the, the, yeah, these guys.
Where is our great ancestor? This babbling fool must have done something. Begone! Begone!
Oh, talking archaeology. It was easier to worship the placid stone. Still, if my ancestors want to kick my ass, I must simply allow it. They said they know what an acorn is. That's no good. If you know, it means you can't ask what it is. You know what this reminds me of? You know what this actually reminds me of? Is they spent like their days like worshiping this guy, and then he suddenly shows up, and then they all hate him, and they want to beat him up, and they want to crucify him, and they want to bury him in the ground, and they want to, and then it won't be there. 3 days later, it won't be there. You know? That's what that reminds me of. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh no! Give me Deltarune news! I demand news! I demand the newsletter! I demand the spring newsletter! You get back here right now! You get back here right now! You get back here right now! You've been silent for way too long! You're taking too long! You're taking too long! You get back here right now! You back here! You get back here! You get back here! You get back here, storyteller! Taking too long! Okay. I can still get him. Don't you run away from me. Don't you run away from me. Don't you run away from me. I demand news. Watch, by the time this video gets uploaded, we actually will have the news as to the next release. You open the treasure chest. Inside was dog dollar. Okay. I probably should reorganize my inventory a little bit. Revivement, we could put it in there. Tension gem. Let's put it with the other tension gems. And dog dollar we can put here. Oh, this looks satisfying. This is actually laid out very satisfying, this segment of the storage. This one's just like really good items right here. Okay. Yeah, I want to save the revivements and we'll put them in there.
The old man isn't here anymore.
So what? It's still his stuff. We won't take anything, we're leaving cash. I love that Susie's the one who wants to leave money now.
Susie, then I'll make the change.
Let's go, Penny Boy! Bye.
Shall we choose something?
Let's actually buy a... I'll buy, like, 2 more Rhapsodies. Because there is a place to buy Scarlixirs later. And I think that's really what I want for the final boss. So we want to save our money for that. Because we bought the Gold Widow, so... Sealed by a canine force. Okay. Green flame. Go to the grand door. Do not. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Final castle. Ah, it's pretty. We see all the perspectives at once. All around you, blue glass glitters like crystals. As you approach it, the glowing light shines through them, creating a prism only you can see. Okay. Creating a prism only you can see. Everyone else can see the pictures too, right? Do you hear that? Maybe just not in that room specifically.
The second fountain. It's calling us.
The night must already be over there.
Kris, let's go.
Ah. The flapping of wings and pages fills the room. Ah, we get to fight both of them at the same time. Atrium.
Hello, are you listening?
I love the dream-like feel of this chapter. It is really, like... I don't know, would I say it's better than Chapter 2? Chapter 2 had, like... I feel like Chapter 2 was, like, a more complete experience in regards to, like, Deltarune chapters. Like, Chapter 2 was, like, a whole game in of itself. These other ones are just, like, pieces of a bigger game. Yeah, Chapter 4 is pretty good. I think it's hard to beat what got me into Deltarune in the first place, which was Chapter 2. I mean, that's the thing. You always have, like, more emotion for, like, the stuff that comes earlier. I don't know, playing it again, yeah, Chapter 4 is great. It's got this dream-like feel to it that's just... And then the character moments as well. They'll hear the ring of heaven's call. I don't know what that would be. They'll hear the ring. Do they hear me when I speak? Are they hearing everything I'm saying? I think that might be the Snowgrave ring. It might be. But of course, like, Weird Route's just like another interpretation, right? I definitely don't think Weird Route is the interpretation we're going for in this one, right? In the normal... In like... I don't think that whatever's pulling the strings in the normal route is, like, intending the Weird Route. Or at the very least, if they're intending the Weird Route, it's just, like, one of a few possibilities that could happen, you know? I don't know. I don't think Weird Route is the so-called original prophecy. As a lot of people theorize. Because, like, I think it was, like, Rousey actively says in the Weird Route if you play it.
And if we could find some other way, how do we know it wouldn't be something worse?
And Weird Route is that. Weird Route is, like, a reorganized remix, and it's something worse. Another thing is that I think the secret bosses might be part of the prophecy, but there's no, like, mention of the heroes meeting them. So, like, it's mentioned that there is the spammy man who makes the calls, the jester toy who juggles balls, the Shadow Mantle Steve, who, with burning eyes, and Gerson, the writer. You know, they're probably, like, in these words, but, like, there's no mention of the heroes meeting them. And so, like, that's one thing I could see. That all these things are here, like, in the background. It's just, will you find them? Entirely optional. Entirely optional. Ah, man, this is hard. I wonder if it would be better on keyboard. Let me try keyboard for this one, because I don't think I need to go down at all. I need to go down here. Let me try. Yeah, I think, yeah. It works a little better on keyboard. I really want to get over here, though. Oh my gosh, this is... I do not edit out my mistakes. I do not. It's too quick. It's too slick with it. Too quick with it. I wish the wall was to the side so I didn't have to do that loop around before I do, each attempt. There we go. There we go. Okay. Are we still recording? I do want to check. Yeah, we're still recording. Okay, good. Recorded for about 2 hours now. They'll see the tail of hell take crawl. Princess Ribbon. I think the tail of hell has a very high chance of being friend. But I also think it might be like a group of titans together. Like, I think it could be cool if the tail of hell is like a bunch of titans linked together as like a big tail. I don't know. Back in the days of like early chapter 4, we were trying to piece a lot of stuff together. Now we've got some stuff together that we know as a fandom, but we still have no clear idea of where the story's going to go. Like, here's the thing. It's going to be way different than our theories, and we're just going to have to accept that. I need to check to make sure I have all the recruits, actually. I just realized I need to check that. I can check later. Hello, goodbye. Ah, shoot. Ralsei's gonna die, unfortunately. To spin is to trust. Wait, spinning, like, gives him 60%? Why don't I just spinning? Why am I just using spinning? Wingblade flutters trustfully. Trustfully? Yeah, trustfully. To spin is to trust. Ah! Okay. Ow. Wait, oh, wait, I saw that. Wait, I missed it. Yeah, right here. Okay. The angel banished will finally meet with its desire. Hey, below the words, that picture. What is that supposed to be?
That's the angel, Susie. What, to my understanding, it actually looks like.
I don't know about that, man. It's a prophecy. Looking at it made you feel strange. You did not investigate further. Okay, so if we're the angel, then it could just be that, like, the screen goes black and it shows a reflection of our face. And so this could just be, like, a sort of window where the Deltarunes can look through to our reality and see us. That would be crazy. Alternatively, interpretation theory, right? What if the knight's interpretation of what the angel is different than what the angel actually is, right? Like, what if the knight thinks that Gaster is the angel, right? Like, that could be crazy, because, like, that's like the devil's whole deal, right? Is that, like, he pretends to be an angel. The devil disguised as an angel of light. So under interpretation theory, it could be Gaster on this. In the game files, and we don't know how literally to take this because it's the game files. In the game files, it is a picture of Castletown. And so Susie might have been freaked out because it's like, wait, you mean the castle that we all live in? That's based on what the angel looks like? And when it says banish, Susie's like, oh, well, we can't banish Castletown. It's Castletown. I like Castletown. It's cool. We can't do that. Castletown. And then, because, like, I definitely think there could be a situation where it's like Gaster is called the angel in, like, future chapters because it's like the knight thinks Gaster is the angel. Like, I could see that, and then it turns out that the actual angel is the player, because there's the whole light in the midst of the darkness, and, like, the angel doll falling on top of the player, and, it's like Gaster's number is 666. I could see that. But another thing about Castletown being the thing in the game files is that this could tie into my idea of the Light Titan at the end of the game. Like, if we all form our powers together, all the Lightner friends and all the Darkner friends we've had, we all form our powers together to create a massive Light Titan. It could be that, like, Castletown is just, like, the armor of the Light Titan, you know? I think that would be really cool, because Castletown looks like it could be a chest plate of sorts, you know? Like the castle itself. Well, technically there's Castletown and then there's the castle, you know? Water, fire, and air. I guess the book wings were Earth then? I don't know, they missed the opportunity to make these all based on, like, elements, I guess. Lullaby. I'm saying a lullaby.
Who's there? Who's there?
I think 3 lullabies might be enough to do it. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Relzy and Kris are about to die, aren't they? Hold on, hold on, hold on. You need some Rhapsody. Actually, no, hang on. Kris's actions are still always the best ones. Okay, Exorcism, sure. Rhapsody, Kris. Rhapsody, Relzy. You started the exorcism. You encouraged Kuwait to exercise.
Am I still dreaming? Glory memory.
I wonder how puns work in, like, the Japanese version. Because Japanese wouldn't have the same homophones that, like... Yeah, wouldn't have the same homophobes. Wouldn't have Carol in it. Carol's probably not a homophobe. Carol's probably just a strict mom who doesn't like that this rebellious teen is holding her dead daughter's guitar.
Who's there? Who's there?
Mizzle contemplates going back in her container. Okay, shake. And you know what? That'll put him in despair mode, so. What? Wait, no. Wait, no, I thought I had more time. No. We all thought we had more time. Okay, well now I can spare it. There you go. The Flower Man trapped in asylum. This is Asgore right here. Oh, I thought it said the Flower King for some reason. No, it says the Flower Man. Ah, okay. Okay. Wait, what was my point earlier? I don't remember. Well, I still think there could be a possibility of there being mentioned a king in the prophecy that, like, the knight set up in Card Castle, but the king was actually referring to Asgore, the flower man, who the knight thought was, like, someone different. And so he put Asgore up as the flower man. I don't know.
Treasure? There is no treasure, only experience. The other side of your mind. Did you miss something there?
No.
It's absolutely true. Oh, sink me, the unbeliever. I should be a statue. We are all liars now. Yes, it is fun being a liar.
Okay. And this is talking about the egg, right? It's talking about the egg that we got from the other side. The other side of your mind, it said as well. This world only exists in our mind. It's a dream world. Well, I imagine it might be a dream world, but it's like a dream world that's peering through to reality, right? It's a dream world that is affecting the real world. Uh-oh. It's a cacophony. Harmonize. Try to harmonize. Touch the green. Susie hammers a bell.
Tremble with tremble. I am the philosopher. Amen.
Okay. Organic toots philosophically. Sure, and we'll spare that organic. Try to harmonize, touch the green. I'm running out of healing items. Okay, they're both good. We can spare them both. I'm running out of healing items. Oh, shoot. I think there is a secret in one of these corridors. There is a secret in one of them. Yeah, up here. Up north. Oh, yeah, this is the room that Friend is in if, like, you look really closely. It's another room like the Spamton room where Friend is there, but it's like, it's really hard to see him. Yeah. Wafer guard. Added to your armors. You know what? That's probably why we suck. It was just we don't have armor on. Everything brings our attack down. You know what? I don't have time for it. It's taking too long. Okay. Alright. Ooh. Down, left, up. Yeah. Rhythm pianos. I love the rhythm pianos. I also love how no one except us questions this. Jowler questioned it, but you didn't. There we go. Whee! Okay. Let's check our recruits. I think we got them all. Yeah, we've got we got the 4 elementals. And then we got the 3 from Susie's worlds. And then we got the mini boss. Okay. Yeah, we got everyone. It's a bell. Ring out judgment. Judgment was decreed. You have been kind. You see, the game does compliment you when you make all the right choices. It says you've been kind. Seems you have spared everyone you could. Seems you spared everyone you could, but you couldn't spare the old man, sadly. Return to beginning, do not. Okay. It's a change spring with many chalices. When coins are added, the liquid transformed. Okay. Yeah, I think we're coming upon the end of the game, so I think we're gonna get some Scar Elixirs and some... Oh, well, actually, we're not quite at the end. Not quite at the end. But it is good to have some Scar Elixirs now. Okay. They're better than the Rhapsodies at healing.
The fountain. I can feel its presence just past this wall.
Hey! Wait! The hell are we gonna climb up there now? Oh, well, the still beams are here, so maybe it was true. Friends need help.
Mr. Jack, what are you doing here? It's dangerous.
Yeah, get back to the study, dude. Jack, fear no danger. Friends help Jack climb out of pit of bad feelings and lowly nests. Jack will help friends climb anything now.
Not like we have another choice anyway.
Okie dokie, on my shoulders please, smiley face, colon, dash, or closing parentheses. I remembered which one it was this time. Onwards, Aoshima! Wall becomes thin here, let's be careful. No worry, Jack, just hang on and... You guys, the hell are you doing here?
We apologize for our belated realization, but you three are the heroes, are you not? The story of your kindness has become legendary.
I saw Starwalker there. I saw Starwalker.
And so, post haste, we come to aid you in your battle. Go forth and defeat the knight. Everyone, thank you so much.
Ha! Guess being nice kinda pays off. Now let's go kick that knight's ass. Oh, this is the scene, isn't it? Oh, yes.
It's getting dark. Let's stick together.
Damn it. It's so dark. We can't see anything. This keeps up, we'll be...
Kris?
Kris, what is that light? Uh-oh.
Susie, what are you doing?
Like I'm gonna let Kris hog all the bullets.
Susie, Kris, as long as there's any pain I can take in your place, I'll be there. Okay? Looks like that's the end of it.
Yeah. Let's finish this. The bookcase is torn off. Okay. Before we continue on, I need to say, like, as a religious person, that scene really appeals to me. You know, the three heroes there in the depths with the light, with is the fourth person among them. It really reminds me of a Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That's like a pretty famous one. They did a VeggieTales episode on that where it was like the angel was like the fourth one amongst them. It's you know, a scene like that kind of disproves player evil theory to me. Red flame, it glows hesitantly. We might be like the embodiment of like hope and courage in the Deltarune universe. Hope and courage are basically the same thing. When you really get down to it. So how long shall we stack up like this? Ah, until the Lightners reign victorious. Yes, you're right. We are helping, aren't we? Oh, you there, young knights. Help stack up for the Lightners. He thinks when... Okay. Go to fountain. And I mean, like, it's like you need courage to be pushed through. You need courage. You need a lot of courage to face up against, like, the trials of life. And so even if we are just, like, the concept of courage or something, pushing these heroes forward, it's like... I don't know. It makes me think that we're not the bad guy in the normal route. I think people were just, like, caught up on Chapter 2 stuff. You! Nowhere to run this time, dumbass. I don't know where you put Toriel, but it's over. The fountain's just past you, isn't it? That means we don't even have to beat you. All we have to do is get past you, and it's over. You can't beat us in the light world, can you? That's why you keep running, isn't it? Hey, what's so funny? Kris, why are they laughing? You're laughing because you know I'm right, don't you? You lose that fountain, it's over. No, don't make another fountain! Yes. We have full-blown animations this time. What is that thing?
It's a Titan.
The hell is a...
There's no time to explain. Everyone, climb on. It won't attack itself.
Just gotta go up. Just gotta keep going up here. Ah. Of course, these are things we have to fight, unfortunately. And I love the little hopeful strings in this music, too. It's not just like a doom and gloom song. It's like there's little strings of hope notes in the music. Oh, is it getting hurt because, like, we're putting, like, the light next to it? Like, when we grab onto the eye, we're putting the light right next to its eye, and it's kind of getting hurt from that. I can see that. Looks like we're safe.
For the time being. If we stay here, it's only a matter of time until it finds us.
Ralsei, what the hell is that thing?
When the fountain's power becomes too strong, when the flow of darkness roars wild, it makes that a titan. It's the fear of the dark. It's the bump in the night. It's the shadow of the backside of your mind. It has no consciousness. It only exists to destroy.
Well, how the hell are we supposed to beat it?
I don't think we can. It's hatching so fast. Unless... Kris, you can seal fountains, can't you? Maybe, if the Titan is anything like a fountain, you could... It's found us!
Look at Kris's little duk run. Look at Kris's little duk run.
Let's find a place to climb back on, fast!
I'm wondering if Kris is unwilling to go down the staircase. Because there's an invisible wall here, but I'm wondering if it's just Kris's unwillingness.
If we jump here, we can make it back on.
Oh. Uh-oh.
What? It's already spawning!
It's already spawning. It's already shooting out its little darkness spawns. Oh no. Darkness constricts you. TP gain reduced outside of question mark. Green question marks. I don't know if that means anything. Ralsei mutters to himself to stay calm.
When did you become yourself?
Back during the piano segment, I think. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh. I think it'd be cool if, like, you know, the sort of, like, unknowns from Pokemon, I think it'd be cool if there was, like, a whole alphabet of these guys. When did you start being yourself? It's back at the piano. I played the piano, it was fun. Okay. Ralsei mutters to himself to stay calm. Okay, Brighton. Oh, I love how hectic this fight is. The atmosphere feels tense. You can use banish. Banish these demons back to the pit of Hex. You won.
Is everyone alright?
Yeah, let's get back on.
You jump back here, we can make it back on.
Okay.
Hurry! Something is coming after us!
Oh no. Oh, this was a bit harder than the last one. Ah, man. We just gotta go through. Ah, no. I did that one on purpose. Oh, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I being so dumb? No, no, no. Oh, don't forget, Kris, I am with thee in the dark. Oh. Oh no. Are these eggs? Are these eggs floating around these like little white things? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Oh. Okay. Kris, get over here! Doesn't look like we can go much higher. Ralsei, are you okay?
I'm fine, just a little rattled.
Aw, yeah!
Susie!
Don't mention it. Let's go. You know, actually, looking back and like trying to read into every little thing that happens, that being the moment where Susie like just sort of successfully does the healing thing just means a lot, you know? A world basked in purest light. Beneath it grew eternal night. We're about to face the eternal night. The light and dark both burning dire. A countdown to the earth's expire. We're gonna have our final battle. If fountains freed the roaring cries, and titans shape from darkened eyes. End of the line, huh?
It seems so.
Guess we just wait for the Titan to show up, huh?
No. It's already been here the whole time.
Hey, dumbass! Don't know if you got the memo, but we're heroes. And there's a whole lot of stuff written in our lives we haven't gotten to see yet. So get out of our way, or as soon as my hands stop shaking, my axe is gonna chop you in half. Got it? Kris, Ralsei, let's go. Darkness constricts you. TP gain reduced outside of question mark. I want to know what you are. I want to know what you are. The fear of the dark, which appears in many forms. Use axe to survive. Expose light to darkness and gather courage to gain TP. Yeah, gather courage. And use unleash to reveal the weak point. I'm with you in the dark. Okay. Darkness gives a long gaze which slithered like a snake. Okay. Hang on. Spare. But it was not something that can understand mercy. Oh, no. Well, I mean, like, this design, right? The design, right? This is not an angel. This is a devil disguised as an angel of light, right? It's something from the dark. It's something from the depths of hell. But it's got, like... And it's got, like, those sort of, like, horns, right? It's got these, like, curled horns on top of it. But it's got, like, these wings behind it because it likes to cover its face. And when it covers its face, it looks more realistic, right? Like, it's trying to disguise itself as, like, a realistic-looking human, right? The ground shudders. The swarm is coming. Now, Kris needs some health, actually. Hang on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. My baby person needs some health. Yeah, and you see, we're really necessary for this fight. Because, like, if we're not here, then they're going to gather, like, courage very slowly, right? We're, like, instrumental in the defeat of a Titan. As a... Unleash. Like, we provide them courage, we provide them hope. Ah, atmosphere feels tense. Unleash. Okay. It's a freaky looking thing. Attack! Its defense is down! I shouldn't use Rude Buster, because that requires a lot of TP. Oh, Kris does strong damage. Oh, it's because we got the Black Shard, isn't it? Damn. Its shield is back. Kris, take it down again. Oh, we need to heal Kris. I gotta be honest, though, I kind of like this fight with the controller. It feels better doing this fight with the controller. I don't know why. It just does. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, man. This attack does not feel good in any way, though. The Titan's hands begin to move once more, so it's going to do the hand attack. I'm with you in the dark. Okay, yeah, you can attack and you can heal thyself. No, 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 no.
Attack! Its defense is down!
It does a lot of damage to the Titan. You think the Knight takes Titans, right? You think the Knight could take a Titan? I almost got it down. Keep taking down its shield, Kris. Like, these fishes remind me of Leviathan. I don't know if that's like these like snake fish things remind me of Leviathan. I don't know if anyone else gets that feeling. You know what? We're gonna use a full heal round. Come on, come on. You know what? I'm gonna feed you your favorite flavor too. Okay. Oh, there's the chattering mouth things that Flowey had. Oh, goodness. Yeah, but see, they remind me of the unknowns from Pokemon, right? It's very Gaiagus as well, right? It's very Gaiagus from Earthbound. We can use Unleash. Okay, we'll go with Kris. Soul emitted a brilliant light. That was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage, Susie. Did we do it? Hey, wait, what is it doing?
It's regenerating.
Hey, Ralsei, how do we stop it?
I don't know.
Did you just eat the baby? Is it eating its children?
It seems we were only damaging its outer shell. As long as the inside is attacked, this battle will just keep.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, it looks like Gaster. Yeah, like, look, it kind of looks like Gaster. If you look at it as, like, the wings and the save point being, like, a skull, it looks very Gastery. You know, it's like the black parts are its eyes and mouth.
I suppose we just have to keep on fighting.
What are y'all giving up for? You're not out of ideas yet, are ya? Old man, I thought you were... I was looking for a change of scenery, but this is a bit ridiculous. Come on, let's get this fella. Yeah. Your soul is shining, a new act appeared. Duel Buster. Revive Kris. Your soul shone on the old man and Susie. Yeah, not bad. Right? Still, we've only harmed the outside. Now you know what to do, right? Okay. New act appeared. Duel Buster.
I'm helping.
Kris, I got an idea. But, you're gonna have to put your life in my hands. Kinda literally. Damn, what am I asking for? We both know I got this, right? Let's go. Your soul is shining. A new act appeared. Susie's idea. Press A to throw. Nah. Get dunked on. The light. We did it. Hey, Kris. What's the deal with that red hot thing? Is that you? Wait a sec. The old man. Come on. We still gotta talk to him.
Kris! Kris, you're alright. I can't believe it actually worked. We actually defeated a Titan. If we can do that, then... Kris? Where's Susie? Susie, wait!
The last prophecy, the story's end.
No. Susie, stop!
And then, when all hope is lost for the tale, when all hope is lost, if we are HP hope, and we get like separated from the heroes, that could be what that's talking about. Could also just be all hope is lost. The final tragedy unveils. To save the worlds, there is only one way.
Susie, don't look! Susie, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Shut up. The hell are you apologizing for? You're worried about that? Seriously? This thing... Like something like that would happen. I wouldn't let it happen. Kris wouldn't let it happen. And obviously you wouldn't let it happen. So... why wouldn't you laugh? It's just stupid. So stop crying, okay? Everything's gonna be alright. Hey, Kris, let's go seal the fountain, okay?
Susie, she's a really, really nice person, Kris. How can she be so kind? How? I'm sorry, Kris. I'm sorry I didn't say the whole prophecy at first. I just thought if I said something different, if we did something different, if we were just kind enough, perhaps by the time we got here, it would change. But no matter what we do, our fate is already decided. Sorry, don't look at me. I don't mean to always make everything about me. I'm sorry. Everything's okay, Kris. Look, I'm smiling.
It's okay not to smile.
Kris, you... I'm scared. It's getting harder and harder to just stand there smiling all the time. To be the one pretending I'm not afraid to. But being with you two, The more I'm with you two, I realize friendship isn't just about being happy all the time. It's something far, far greater than I could have imagined. I want to believe again. I want to believe it can change. That there isn't just one ending. Susie's hope, naive hope. It's infectious, isn't it, Kris? So, until we see fate with our own eyes, let's believe too. Kris, you can go to the fountain now. Susie's waiting.
I think I want to... Okay. Before I talk about it. Okay. Key. Shadow crystal. You held the crystal up to your eye. For some strange reason, the prophecy's text does not warp in the crystal's lens. The prophecy's text, which is interesting. You shook the crystal, however, nothing changed. The text doesn't change, but the pictures do. And so I'm thinking what happened here is whatever this thing said, Susie just wildly misinterpreted it. Another thing is that it could be out of order. Because back there we had like the broken angel pictures, and then we get to this one. Yeah, like, look, this is a broken angel. Then we get to this, and it's an intact angel, right? That feels out of order. To save the worlds, there is only one way. Which could mention save points as well, you know? It might not be to save the world from its imminent destruction or whatever. This could also be like a double meaning text, which says something along the lines of, Susie must admit she's gay. I'm thinking it might be something along the lines of the world must renew its day. And so, like, maybe the picture given was like something that implied a time loop. And Susie didn't like that. Susie didn't like the idea that this whole story is just going to keep looping over and over and over again. And that's the only way to save the world, is if we just keep doing this over and over and over again. But renew its day also could mean we just, at the end of this thing, when like everything's covered in darkness, we could just shine like a bright light, which like defies the darkness and sort of writes a new story of hope, you know? It's the ark, right? The ark after the great storm that brought forth a new world, right? It could be. It could be. I have heard the theory that it's one of the heroes must sacrifice their own life. You know, I've heard that theory as well. Could be the cage must be destroyed or something like that. I've heard that theory as well. I don't think there's a lot of evidence for that. And like that is sort of the interpretation I used to take of the story. But I don't think there's a lot of evidence for that, given you only really get that based on like the stories Deltarune was based off of. You don't actually get the idea that anyone's going to die within the text of the game itself until you get to this point, which may or may not be a character death, right? I don't think a character death was really foreshadowed, except maybe Rudy, you know? Rudy's death is foreshadowed, definitely. The final tragedy unveils. Yeah, because, like, when all hope is lost for the tale and the final tragedy unveils, these could just, like, not be part of to save the worlds, there is only one way, right? These just, in general, might not be part of that. And so, here's the thing. I think the idea is, like, the sort of, like, balance of order and freedom, right? We need to find the right order of these pieces, but we need to keep in mind that we could reorganize these pieces, and that we might have the pictures wrong. When the prophecy speaks one way, we may understand it in another, right? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. The last prophecy, the story's end. It seems the way is blocked. You put out your hand, and just out of view, just perfectly out of view, another hand pressed against yours and pushed you back. Seems the way is blocked. The knight's like, don't come back. Don't come back. It could be the knight. It could be da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, you know, a little da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, you know? Now, I am kind of wondering if that means the knight brought forth Castletown as well. Because there's still the mystery of who brought forth Castletown. And if Ralsei seems to have the same interpretation that the knight does, it probably is just like the interpretation where they're using Lord of the Hammer to fill in the blanks, you know? And you know another thing about this, like, sort of the prophecy is fulfilled but not in the way you expect. This kind of reminds you of what actually happened in the early days of Christianity, right? Like the common idea at the time was that, like, the Messiah was going to be a conquering king that would come in and overthrow Rome and set himself up as, like, the new leader of the world. But in Christianity, when the Messiah actually arrived the first time, it was in through a, like, very peaceful, merciful route, and that was sort of like how I envisioned Undertale, right? Like, the pacifist route was sort of like more the Christian idea of the Messiah, and then, like, the genocide route was kind of like that old. I guess it's kind of a retired idea of how the Messiah would be, being like the conquering ruler that comes in and, like, just slaughters the king of Rome. And in that sense, at the end of genocide route, the genocide route calls you a demon at the end of the genocide route. So what is a demon but that which falls short of holiness, right? What is the Antichrist if not the Antichrist, right? What is the devil that disguises itself as an angel of light, right? And I'm wondering if that's who the knight thinks it is. What if the knight thinks it's the hero of the prophecy, and the knight thinks that we're the knight which makes with blackened knife, right? Who knows? It's complicated. It's complicated. It's a lot more complicated than I think a lot of Deltarune theorists are, like, taking in mind. And I feel like it is because we miss all these small pieces. And, you know, don't forget the small pieces. Don't forget the small stuff. Only then will the worlds be saved. I like the idea that it's just Susie must admit she's gay, though. I like that. I think that's a fun one. Hey, Kris. Can I tell you a stupid dream I have? No matter what, I want to keep being friends with you and Ralsei. When the sun comes up again, I want tomorrow to be the same as yesterday. And the next day, it'll just be the same as that. And in the end, we can always go back to the way things were before. You don't have to say anything back, Kris. I know. You're thinking the same thing. Aren't you, dumbass? Susie's smile, which seemed to defeat everything,
shined on in front of you, and for a moment, it was as if all the darkness had been blown away. As if, in imitation, your soul began to glow. Toyel? Hey, Knight?
Yeah, like the knight's gonna come out.
Kris, was Toyel even...
Oh yeah, Toriel. Let's just go. Okay. The organ. No reason to play it now.
Are you still not one to play the piano? Little guy? Girl? Them? Not guy, not girl, them?
It's a door. A large person could fit inside. Turn the doorknob. You turn the doorknob. You didn't do anything else. He's still hiding in there. Or they, or she. Knight's still hiding in there. There could be a dark fountain in there. There could be a dark fountain in there. We might not have won. We might not have even sealed them all. There could still be a dark fountain in there. The organ. Okay. It smells nice after the rain. It's a gravestone. It's kind of hard to read in the dark. Gerson, renowned historian, author, and teacher. Bench is wet. Oh, it's the music from Undertale. No close to opening this thing, huh? Tomorrow. Tomorrow we have to do something. We have to. Yeah. Chapter 5 is going to be about getting in this bad boy. I guess earlier I mentioned like a theory I had about like Susie return evil theory or whatever I called it, where it was like, since whoever pulling the strings, I'm just gonna say it's Gaster. Since Gaster can't see anything heroic in Susie, I was thinking that Gaster might like force Susie to be like the villain of the story, and that might be how Friend comes into play. Like maybe Friend takes control of Susie, and it ends up being like the final boss at the end of the game. That would be dark. That would be really dark. I no longer think that. I just thought it was like an idea I want to throw out. Um, at the very least, though, it's definitely the case that like the game always wants you to think that the fun gang could be twist villains, right? It always wants you to think that they could just end up being twist villains at any moment, because like Rousey like sort of kept all this information hidden from you, and you're like, huh, that's suspicious. And then Kris is actively doing some dang conspiracy shit with the Knight. And then Susie's the one with like violent tendencies, right? And we saw her going back to some of her chapter 1 faces in that chapter. Her rudeness did go back up between chapters as well, which is interesting to point out. I want the ending to be that everyone gets to be the hero. That's what I want. That's what I want in like the final moments of the game. Everyone gets to be a hero. It's closed. The police tape is flimsy and wet. Yeah, but it's like interpretation theory is definitely like my take on the story now. It's just we're all interpreting this wrong. Because it's kind of like, you know, my motto with like prophecy and stuff is that you're the one who makes it happen, right? Like it's your choices that bring about the future. Oh, why don't we just go home? Oh, I didn't get to read that. It's your choices that bring about the future, and you are going to make choices in the future. There is going to be a future, but it's your choices that define them, right? And so even if it's basically like the same thing as like someone gets a time machine, travels into the future, and just sees what choice you're gonna make of your own free will. It's like time is not a wall for me. It's closed. And that's a hard thing to like visualize for someone within the confines of time, I feel like. It's quiet. Peek inside. Zigzag rug, flat screen TV, regular looking kitchen. It's a bit messy, but nothing special. Because if the past is determined by the future, then like the present is also part of that. The present is like one of the most important parts of defining the future and past. Knock, knock, knock. No response. Let's just go to your house. That might be a strange take on time, but hey, what are you gonna do? It's closed. Temporary pizza stand. Yeah. Oh, the frickin' eyes are not even stirring. Knocking might wake somebody up. It's closed. Back door's blocked. You can only see through the basement window. Corkboard is covered with tons of papers and documents litter the floor. Your dad's truck broom broom. The picnic table glistens in the moonlight. Will we see it? Will we see it? Will we see it? And I feel like the way us Deltarune fans theorize about the future of the game is actually kind of commentated on with the prophecy in this chapter, because it's like we try to piece the pieces together,
And we just don't have them all, right? You hear that? No? Sounds like someone's playing a song out there. You know, on the other side of the lake. What? I got something on my face or something? Kris looked over on their own. Considering saying something to Susie, I assume. Say what's on your mind. Huh? Why are you talking with your mouth closed? Now that's a big piece of evidence to convince me that Kris's lack of expression is on them. It's not really on us. Maybe we're like a scapegoat or something. But it's like Kris just has problem expressing themselves. Has trouble. Guess we should go. Kris? Come on. We can't just sit here forever. Kris, don't howl.
Howl!
Alright. Just making sure my headphones were still plugged in for the rest of the thing. I'd say one thing I would say about Deltarune is that when the new chapters come out, forget what you think you know about the game. Remember everything the game told you, like, directly, but forget what you think you know about the game. Because you kind of fill in, like, the blanks of this with, like, your own interpretations of how the story's going to go with, like, your theories and stuff. But sometimes the theories you come up with are just like you filling in the blanks of an incomplete story, right? And like Toby Fox intended for this game to all be, like, played at, like, the same time. But at the same time, don't forget your theories as well. Don't forget them. Because you want to see how they hold up between each chapter and stuff. It's an ornate gate. It appears to be locked. It's your mom's car. Broom, broom. So, do you mind if I... Kris?
I have not touched the jitterbug like this in ages.
Well, you aren't bugging me, so jitter anyway.
Why didn't the skeleton have anybody to go to the dance with? Because he had no body to dance with.
Good one. Not only did you totally botch that joke, but I'm dancing with you, so it doesn't make any sense.
Are we, interrupting something?
Oh, Kris, Susie. No, you're not interrupting anything.
We were looking for you at church and...
Sorry. I canceled choir practice today due to the rain. The weather was so bad and... Kris, Susie, have you met Mr. Sands?
Hey,
Oh, Susie, did you want to stay over again? You could just sleep in Asriel's bed.
I think I gotta be going, actually.
Oh, alright. See you later, honey. I mean Susie.
She sees her as her own kid. Later.
Kris, is Susie okay?
Hey, she'll be fine. I'm sure she'll figure it all out. Meanwhile, let's get back to business. Kris, what about you? You want a party?
Kris, party, board games!
And hey, we don't gotta just do disco dancing, kid. We can play some brand new music too. How about we pump up the tunes?
Pump the tunes, pump the tunes, pump the tunes!
Drunky.
Kris, where are you going? You're going to bed already? There are pancakes in the fridge if you want them, dear. Good night, honey.
Fridge. A bottle of ketchup stands defiantly inside. The sink. Someone has cleared out the white fur out of the drain. Sans? I thought he was lazy as shit. There's some cinnamon meat batter caked on the stovetop. There's something else caked up on the stovetop. The cupboard. It seems to be missing things. Missing things. Oh, wine glasses. The trash can. Well-watered flowers are blooming inside. And phone.
Sorry, I wasn't here, honey. It started pouring so suddenly, so I just had to duck into the convenience store and, well, Mr. Sans was just so much fun that, who gives a dang about choir practice? Kris, let's sing right now. Sans, can you beatbox?
Been doing it the whole time. Rum-a-tum-tum, rum-a-tum-tum.
Kris, feel free to harmonize the Sans on the rum-a-tum-tums. What? You want to go to bed? Aww.
It's a record player. Unfortunately, the stop button is the only thing that seems to be broken. Okay.
This music! Kris, you know what happens when I go hyper mode.
Kris, thanks for showing us hyper mode. Okay. So this guy's not my dad. You all just hate Deltarune Sans because he's not dad. That's what it is, right? He's not dad. He's not your real dad. You should probably just go to bed. Kris narrator. There's that Kris narrator shining through. This is the thing that confirms it to me. The ... You should probably just go to bed. That confirms Kris narrator for me. Which also means Kris called you kind earlier when you wrung out judgment. So, I mean, take that as you will. Take that as you will. I was gonna say, oh yeah. The Factorial gets drunk is definitely proof of frickin' like, universal mother theory with Queen. Like, it could be that she just represents all the characters' mothers. It's just, she represents Noelle's mostly because Noelle's with her mostly. Which means Birdley's mom must be not that attentive. I like the little drum kick sound to signify that he's making puns. Can I no clip out of the cage? I want to be able to no clip out of the cage. We aren't gonna let that happen.
right?
Kris. Don't forget, Kris. You promised.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, I want to see his voice. I want to see him. I want to see him talk. Oh, will it not show him after repeat playthroughs? Oh, it might not even show him. Well done. He's talking to us directly. The halfway mark has been attained. But it is still waiting. How much longer now? My Deltarune. To be continued in Chapter 5 in 2026. Okay. This is one of those games that just has a lot to unpack about it. Was a legend of hope, of dreams. It's a legend of light, of dark. This is the legend of Deltarune. So the orange... So I think, like, the colors might signify whose interpretation it is. So, like, the orange one represents, like, Ralsei's interpretation that, like, he had at the beginning of Chapter 1. Like, the one he was hopeful for, or whatever. And then, like, the blue might represent somebody else's interpretation. It might be Gaster's. I mean, like, here's the thing. I think Ralsei's would be in green, and then, like, Gaster's would be in green, but then that creates the problem of them both being green, right? You know, I think we all just kind of assumed that Gaster's color is green, and it might be. It might be. I definitely think Gaster is responsible for stuff like the game UIs in the Dark World and stuff. Like, I do think this is Gaster's story to some extent. He's like the dungeon master, right? He's like the dungeon master setting up the boss fights before us. Like, this is why I compare it to chess a lot. It's like we're playing a chess game against each other. So he is like your opponent, I guess. But he's not really like a... He's not really an opponent that hates you. He might even think that he's, like, doing what you want, in a sense, maybe. But, like... Here's the thing. I think seeing that at the end of Chapter 4 is meant to imply that the narrator at the beginning is a character, right? Is a character who's going to be important later. It might even be the case that it's just whatever Gaster was in Undertale, this is just that version of that in this story. I mean, it could be. It very well could be. It could. The thing is that we know so little about Des that, like, interpretations about her could range from Des being the soul, to Des being Gaster, to Des being the knight, to Des being some hidden character in the lines of the code, to, like, maybe Des is the soul and, like, the knight is sort of like the Gerson statue type Darkner version of Des or something. And then it's like the item tied to Des is her knife or whatever. That maybe Carol is using to create the Dark Worlds or something. I don't know. It's a complicated story to try and unpack. And a big reason for that is because we do not have all the pieces yet. We do not have all the pieces, and that's kind of the point. Each of these pieces lead to something. But we focus so much on one piece and not enough on another. Or we get the pieces out of order. Or we get the wrong image in our minds about the pieces. That we come up with, like, all these wild theories, and like, some of them hold weight, some of them don't. And some of them are, like, just crazy enough to be true, but are just off the mark. And none of us have 100% predicted what Toby Fox is doing in the future of this game. None of us have predicted the ending of Deltarune 100%. And so I feel like if you just see the prophecy as what it is, the story of the game, the story of Deltarune, and you put yourself in the place of the characters, trying to piece together the parts of this prophecy that, like, we can't really tell how they go together quite yet until we actually get to these moments, right? The prophecy is not bad, from my understanding of the story. It's an incomplete story. It's out of order. And the words we read could mean several different things. And that's the same way it is with Deltarune, and then, like, the pieces that we have to, like, piece together what's going to happen in the rest of the story, right? You gotta put it together like a puzzle. You gotta put it together like a cryptic puzzle. And I think, like, the biggest thing to not forget is I'm with you in the dark. You know? That's, like, the biggest piece of this story to not forget, right? That you have your friends here. And you have this little light entity that's, like, inside of your chest. It's just a complicated story, I guess. And that's what we need to keep in mind. That's what we need to keep in mind as theorists of this game. It's complicated. It might be trying to do something that just, like, we can't really visualize quite yet, you know? That's how I read it, at the very least. 37, 27, 49. Those are some of my favorite numbers. Those are actually some of my favorite double-digit numbers right there. Yes, 7 times 7 is 49. That's why I love that. And then it's like 73 times 37 is like, I can't remember. There's something with, like, the numbers 37, 73, which are, like, really cool. And then 27 is like 7 times 9. I like multiples of 7. I like numbers with 7 in them. I like 7. That's, like, one of my favorite numbers. Okay, well, I think I said everything I could say. Other people might be able to piece together the story better than I can. And, of course, we're not going to know anything until Chapter 5, so, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna do a weird route playthrough. I don't think I'm gonna. I could do a weird route playthrough, but I don't know if I want to.